Hello everyone. Today, I want to share the story of how the English language evolved and changed over the last 1,600 years using Eli van Gelderen's framework of language change. We won't just look about the boring historical dates. Instead, we will see how English transformed from a complicated Germanic tribal language into the modern global language that we are used right now. Let's look at how migration, wars, and everyday conversation shape the structure of English. Let's start before English even existed. Long time ago, the people in Britain spoke Celtic languages under the Roman rule. But in the year 410, the Roman leave, left Britain, leaving the island unprotected. Soon after, three Germanic tribes, the Angles and Saxon and Jutes, sailed across the North Sea and settled in Britain. They brought their own Germanic dialects, which become the basic foundation of the Old English. Interestingly, even though the native Celtic people lived there, their language left almost no impact on early English grammar or vocabulary. English is grew up as a purely Germanic language. Next, we have Old English inflection. From the year 450 to 1100, we call this the Old English period. Back then, English was a synthetic language. This means the meaning of a sentence depend on the word endings, not the word order. Noun had four different grammar cases and three genders, masculine, feminine, and neuter, which had nothing to do with biological sex. For example, the word sheep was neuter because the endings of the word already showed what who did what. You could mix up the word order any way you like without changing the meaning. It was all about the word endings. So next we have lexical mechanic. All English didn't like borrowing words from other countries. Instead, they created the words by joining all words together. We call this compounding. For example, they combine love, which mean bread, and word, which mean guardian, to make love word, which literally mean the guardian of the bread. Over hundreds of years, this word turned into our modern word Lord. They also love using a poetic metaphors called kinnings. Kinnings. They call the sea the whale road, and they call blood battle sweat. They call their vocabulary a word hoard or a word treasury. Next, we have the Viking Age. This complicated system changed when the Viking invaded England. The Vikings spoke Old Norse. Anglo-Saxon and the Viking lived and traded together, and their languages were actually quite similar. They shared similar root words, but their grammar endings were totally different. To understand each other easily, they decided to just drop the confusing word endings. This dropping endings is called morphological deflection because English lost its word endings. It could no longer have a flexible word order. It was forced to adopt a strict uh, pattern such as subject, verb, and object order, turning the English into an analytic language. Next, we have the Norman Conquest. In the year 1066, the French-speaking Norman conquered England. French became a language of the rich, the government, and the law, while English was only spoken by poor peasants. This created a funny split in our vocabulary that we still see in our food today. For English, like a farmer, looking after an animal, keep using a Germanic word like a cow, pig, and sheep. But the French elite eating the meat use French word like beef, pork, and mutton. French grammar also gave us phrase like of using of, like at the end of the word. Yeah, next, we have the great vowel shift. Between 1400 and 1600, English went through a massive pronunciation change called the great vowel shift. So basically, people started moving the long vowels higher up the mouth. For example, the word bite used to sound like beta, but it shifted to bait. Right in the middle of the sound shift in 1476, William Caxton brought the printing press to England. Printers quickly locked in and standardized the spelling based on the old pronunciation, but people kept changing how they spoke. This is exactly why English spelling and pronunciation do not match today. So next, by the 18th century, scholars want to fix English by creating strict rules, leading to Samuel Johnson's famous dictionary in 1755. Grammarian also invented an artificial rules based on Latin. They're telling people that they cannot split an infinitive. We also see a word changing meanings over time. In the year 1710, Queen Anne looked at the St. Paul Cathedral and called it awful, amusing, and artificial. Today, that sounds like a mean insult, but back then, awful meant inspiring, and amusing meant highly pleasing, and artificial meant beauty, made by a skillful person. To wrap up for the conclusion, the history of English language shows a massive journey of transformation. It changed from a complicated Germanic language full of word endings into a simple, flexible, and analytic global language. Invasion, migration, and everyday mix up all words together to rewrite the structure of English. As Eli Van Gelderen remind us, language change is not bad thing or a sign of corruption. It's just a natural way for a language to adapt to its speaker. Okay, I think that's my explanation. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you so much for your time. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.